Good evening, ladies. How are you doing? Happy Father's Day to those men in your life. This is a pre-recorded video, and I just thought I would keep this video nice and short and sweet. We are making a fancy fold card tonight. So you will need a piece of cardstock that measures 4 1/4 by 7 1/2, and then you're going to score it at 5 1/2, which is this piece right here. Then the same color, you will need a piece that is cut at 2 1/2 by 8, and it is scored at 4. And it's going to kind of sit in our cards, something like that. You're going to need a piece of busy paper at 4 by 5 1/4. You will need something busy but a little subtle that coordinates at 2 1/4 by 3 3 3/4. You will need a piece of white that is 2 1/4 by 3 3/4. You will need a subtle piece of either pattern paper or cardstock. I did pattern paper at 1 3/4 by 4, and it's this busy paper, but I'm going to use this subtle side. And then you're going to need some embellishments. Okay, so let's get started. I'm going to move a few things out of my way, and we are going to start with the cardstock piece that is 4 1/4 by 7 1/2, and it is scored at 5 1/2 right here, because that's going to give us this beautiful little fold. And I'm going to take that busy paper that was 4 by 5 1/4, and we're going to attach this on the inside of the card. So let's do that now. I chose to do tonight's video as a pre-recorded because, again, I don't know how long my family's going to stay at my house for Father's Day. So I just thought, let's just get this done. So you're going to put that busy paper on the inside. Now let's grab the folded piece, that 2 1/2 by 8, scored at 4. We're going to be using this piece next. So I'm going to grab my busy but subtle, and see how that looks. And that is 2 1/4 by 3 3/4. So I'm going to put that down next. I hope you've had a nice day celebrating the man or men in your life that are special to you. Okay. Now my white piece is going to go inside here, but I will wait until I do my stamping before I place that in. So we have here and here already done. I'm going to set those two things aside, and I'm going to close that flap so that we can put that subtle pattern paper 1 3/4 by 4 is going to get attached right here. Now if I went with this side, it's competing against this pattern, so that's why I'm going with this subtle, and it is very similar in greens. This video will be moved over to YouTube, so if you could please go head over there, like and subscribe, and maybe leave a comment. That would be really nice because it would help out my channel. Alright, so now we're going to take our 2 1/2 by 8 inch piece of paper that's been folded at 4. This piece needs to lay on the inside of our card. So I'm kind of looking to see where I have it here. And I'm going to turn this upside down. And I want the flap to be over here on the right hand side, so it opens this way. All right, so let's get our adhesive on the back of this. Now I'm going to be a little more generous with my adhesive only because this piece will be that interactive piece, and I want to make sure that I have good coverage of adhesive. All right, so I'm going to set this here. I'm going to center it on the busy paper. Let's open it so that we can varnish with our finger. Beautiful. I'm going to close that and see how it all coordinates together, which is perfect. Let's do a little bit of stamping. So on my white piece, that is 2 1/4 by 3 3/4, I'm going to stamp "It's Your Day," because I am making this into a, not necessarily a birthday card. It could be a graduation card. It's your day. Perfect. And I'm going to bring in my little banner here, and I'm going to stamp the word "celebrate." So celebrate could be a birthday, it could be a graduation, it could be a retirement, it could be any reason why you're having a celebration. Okay, let's take our white piece. We're going to put our adhesive on the back of that, and we're going to put that on the inside of our card. And I'm going to center this. I am getting closer to my goal for the month. So if you are so inclined and would like to place an order, that would be greatly, greatly appreciated. I'm about, I think the last I looked, I was like still $200 short of that goal. Okay, let's put some little more dimensionals. Just like we did last week, I am putting my foam tape on first to place it over the vellum piece. Then I will put my adhesive onto the back of the vellum. So I'm going to center that inside. Lovely. And then I have all kinds of real fun sprigs using that Delicate Whispers again. And some of these are those real fun we just got to figure out where I want the gold. Right, I think I want the gold down first. So let's move a few of these things. All right, let's maybe put it on this side. Oh, that's a little, yes, that's better. I'm going to put it over here on the left. Okay. Sorry, I'm off camera. I'm just using my liquid glue, putting liquid glue on the back of it. Okay, so that is going to go right about there. And again, when you're putting your embellishments, be very mindful where you're placing them so that you're not closing up your card. So I got a little bit of black from another project that's sitting on the table. All right, that's gonna go there. So now we can add in some of these other sprigs. This skinny one, I think we're gonna place underneath the vellum. Let it lay on top of the gold. Like that. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Okay. Remember our trick from last week? You use the back of your die cut and then you're able to see right where it needs to be popped out. Okay, this one I definitely want underneath that celebrate piece. Just like that, and we'll add a little more adhesive to that, and now I'm going to put my green right over all of that. Okay, perfect, perfect, perfect. My fingers are sticky from other projects that I've been working on. All right, now we need to adhere my vellum piece, but of course the glitter piece kind of just dictated right where everything was going to go. Perfect. Isn't that lovely? That is such a fun card. I like it. Okay, let's add a few little sequined gems. I'm going to put one at the bottom on that vellum piece, and then I'm going to put some up here on my subtle pattern paper piece. And so then I would open and open, and that is perfect. Next week we will be making a gift card holder. So watch for directions on that. And I still have not designed July yet, so we might be taking July off. I don't know yet. I'll keep you posted. But this is our card for tonight. I hope you liked it. And happy Father's Day to all of the men in your life from me. And have a great rest of your Sunday. Have a super week, and I will see you back next Sunday at 7 o'clock, live though, for Sunday Fun Day. Have a good evening.